Let's see how it goes. The reason why most of us find ourselves back in some form of commitment with or under consistent influence from the person from whom we should have stayed away is that we choose to subscribe to the "let's see how it goes" ideology. In many instances, our instinct tries to warn us that going ahead with the idea will cause us more harm than good. A series of experiments by Princeton psychologists Janine Willis and Alexander Todorov reveal that all it takes is a tenth of a second to form an impression of a stranger from the person's face, and longer exposures don't significantly alter those impressions, but actually boost your confidence in your judgment. Their research is presented in their article, First Impressions, in the July 2006 issue of Psychological Science. Knowing that this is a proven fact, it would be nice to quickly note that most people usually present their best act during the initial stages of getting to know someone. Even broken people could present themselves to be wholesome at the initial stages. As a result, it would be psychologically safer for you to take the first impression with a pinch of salt and to not ignore red flags as they intermittently pop their heads. Having an idea of what you want out of life usually helps you with making intentional or informed decisions. Just as based on the information we have acquired over time, we choose whether or not we would like to get a certain education. It is the same way we choose our place of residence, our line of work, and consciously or unconsciously, our partnerships or romantic relationships. Having gotten that out of the way, it would be good to also note that there are those who do not know exactly what they are looking for in any form of connection, friendship, romantic, business, religious, etc. There is nothing as harmful to a person or business as starting a relationship with people who are not sure of what they are looking for. Such people are known to hop around with every slight opportunity where the grass looks greener. Due to lack of clarity or direction, any path becomes the path, which looks promising but leads to nowhere. And with the slightest distraction, there is a sudden change of direction. This is usually the result of lack of self-awareness, as those who are self-aware are known to make informed decisions based on the reality of their situation. It is safer for you to stay away from people who seem to want to wing it with you. It is a sign that they are indecisive about what they are looking for, at least the vital things. While it is harmful for you to keep people who are unsure of what they want or are looking for, it is more harmful to keep those who know what they want but choose to settle for what they do not want. This is because the latter are quick to switch to whatever they want when it eventually shows up, irrespective of allegiance, bond, duration, or ties. The grass is always greener for them on the other side, although the grass is actually often greener where it is watered and nurtured. One common effect both kinds of people have on the gullible and unsuspecting eye is the uncertainty they bring along, since they want to see how it goes. Such people do not hesitate to disappoint you when the chips are down, or to keep reminding you of how they still need some time to decide whether or not to choose you. It's all about the choosing. That's what most forms of relationships are about, being chosen. A very handy tactic for such a person would be negging, giving backhanded compliments, or complisals. According to Collins' online dictionary, A complete thought is a phrase or sentence that, on the surface, is a compliment, but either intentionally or unintentionally also may be taken as an insult. The Urban Dictionary defines it as a mix between a compliment and an insult, usually part compliment, part insult. It is usually used to create the impression that a favor is being done to the receiver. That is why learning to identify when this manipulative communication style is being used could be helpful in staying away from a potentially toxic commitment. Self-preservation encourages detaching from manipulative relationships from the onset. Exposing yourself to such people with the manipulative communication style over time would erode every sense of self-worth you might have had at the beginning of your interaction with them. People like this are burdened with insecurities. With insecurity comes the manipulative communication style and mental abuse. Unknown to them is the fact that they actually gaslight people. They are also known to string people along for a very long time with no actual commitment thereafter, thereby leaving their victims in a state of cognitive dissonance. There are those who know what they want and who make informed decisions about any form of relationship they are to be found in. As much as they might be seen to be the best set of people to be with, there are a lot of other factors that should be considered. Just because these people know what they want does not negate the fact that their style of communication or attachment might be unhealthy for you. There have been several situations where I was strung along by some people or organizations I was interested in. With them, I felt like I always had to prove myself to advance from the probation period to an actual commitment, which eventually never happened. Sometimes this happens to you because you do not meet certain criteria, hence your relegation to the second position. One major challenge people with numerous options who end up stringing others along face is choice overload, which is also known as overchoice, choice paralysis, or paradox of choice. This is a cognitive impairment in which people have a difficult time making a decision because they are faced with numerous options. It is a description of how overwhelmed people get when they are presented with a large number of options to choose from. This could be experienced in your job recruitment processes, dating apps, and multimedia entertainment platforms. In other words, having numerous options with no idea of what you are looking for could make you confused and insatiable. But having a glimpse of what you might want always helps you simplify such issues. If you do not want to lose your self-worth, avoid getting invested when you are a second choice or being strung along.